reason I feel bad coming at brothers that I know have been scheming a lot of times because I know.
Nah, this is it. This is it. We're not coming at nobody. I think as black people and black men, we need to be able to talk to each other when we're doing right and wrong. You know, we can't always want to talk to a brother when he's doing good, but not want to ignore some shit when he's fucking up. If you know, we got to get that village mentality back. You know what I'm saying? When your brother's fucking up, you pull his socks up, you pull him in the corner, you chop it up with him. You know what I'm saying? This is when we talk about our brothers, it's family business. You know what I'm saying? But it's not no malice behind it. It's just with love. You know what I'm saying? And I would expect any brother to pull my socks up if he see me slipping because I wouldn't want to be lost in the sauce and not with nowhere, guidance, nobody to pull me back when I'm starting to stray too far. Because it can happen to anybody. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody is. So we all got to make sure we pull each other, you know what I'm saying? Pull each other up when we see each other falling.
But see,
So
what
that's
can you say? What can you say to somebody that you know has been doing some scam shit? You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
you
You know what's
we got
crazy?
to be real.
Doctor uh Muhammad not
Khalid
Khalid,
Muhammad?
not Khalid Muhammad.
Uh,
Ali, Doctor Ali. He's a black
mhm,
conscious dude. I
mhm,
think it's like Doctor Ali Muhammad or something like that.
mhm,
They call him Doctor Ali. If you go to YouTube, you type in Doctor Ali
mhm.
Doctor Ali space Sinetta, you'll pull him up. But Dr. Ali had called him out months back when a lot of the community was like, yo, fuck Dr. Ali, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You just hating on this nigga. Dr. Ali said, all right, I'm gonna leave it. He put it on YouTube. Like, you'll probably pull that shit up where he's talking. He's like, let me find out though. I'm not gonna come at you. I'm gonna relax. The community's been getting on me. I'm gonna let you be a brother that's of consciousness. But he was like, let me find out. If I find out that you've been dripping the community, it's been, you know what I mean? But he was the first one to call it out months ago, almost a year ago. He called this
See,
shit out.
that's what we need. We need more brothers that are.
And Dr.
Because
Ali is
remember,
very smart.
accountability. You know what I'm saying is important. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Accountability is important. And if we don't hold people accountable for the shit that they do, if we're talking this conscious community stuff or this black consciousness, and we're talking about what the white man is doing to us, we can't do the same thing to our people. We can't. If we gonna
But what
scam
about
people,
some people that'll
this
be
is
like,
how this
what
is.
about some people that'll be like, well, y'all don't call out the white businesses that be,
No, we call out the white business. That's what we do as conscious people. We are out to expose the devil. What I'm saying is, we can't be trying to out here scam our people and do them like everybody else is. What we need to do if you're gonna scam everybody else that ain't black. Okay, keep it real. If you're into that shit, then go get these white people or whatever. Cause remember, that's where the money at. If you gonna scam somebody, scam people with the money. Don't scam people that ain't got shit. Cause all you're doing is just digging another hole and another hole and another hole in your community, and it's never gonna get fixed. You know what I'm saying? Scam those motherfuckers that are living in the burbs and the hills. Those white folks, whatever. Scam them if you're gonna scam. But if you don't have to do it, don't do it. But we got a lot of brothers out here that is making the money because remember the black struggle is a $1 trillion business. You know what I'm saying? And the government keeps it that way.
mm,
Our struggle
mm,
is a business because the more we struggle, the more people make money off of that. The government does. That's why they have these programs now that they capitalize on welfare and all this shit because they know black people, not that black people are, because we're not the majority of people that get the welfare, white people are. But the fact that we're in that mix, it says a lot too. You know what I'm saying? But we need to start putting money into our community instead of trying to take money out of it. And these brothers ain't putting money into the community because I think they starting to see, they're starting to look at the community the way everybody else is looking at it. Like there's no value.
mm.
So I might as well just do whatever to this people. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we at right now. And you got a lot of people out there that are making, I wouldn't say millions, but are making enough money to live well, just like
So
a
you
preacher
think
would.
you think it's our responsibility to at least call out the black folks that are fucking
We
us up,
have to.
and we'll take on that battle with the white businesses later.
Yeah, we have to, because if we don't, then we if we don't call them out, then we play the part in the bullshit that's going down. You know what I'm saying? And if
Mhm.
you see some shit go down and you ain't saying nothing, then it makes you an accomplice in so many ways. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna let nobody, I don't care who it is, do some shit and turn on the community and get a pass or get a pat on the back because, oh well, that's that person, he could do that, he's nah,
Well,
because
if that's the case, I mean, well, that puts a whole boomerang in the conversation of a lot of these black celebrities because they don't be doing shit.
them
Isn't that
too,
in a sense
listen,
in a con?
all of
Isn't
them
that in a
too,
sense a con?
all of them too, man, they just as they're worse, if you ask me. The celebrities are worse because they're the ones that, we support them. These rappers, these actors, they wouldn't have a life if we didn't go pay and put money in their pocket for whatever they do. So they use everybody, but yet they don't care about the issues, the social issues that we deal with on a day-to-day basis in our communities. You might find a few that try to try to do what they can, play their part, but for the most part, it's very few and far between, man. Look at Kaepernick. Have you seen any other sports athlete do what he did since he did it? No.
No.
You gotta wait probably another 5 or 6 years before you see another nigga do some shit like that. But if a nigga was doing some Kaepernick shit every month, man, white supremacy would have a problem. They would have a real problem if a celebrity did what he did, a new celebrity too, just out the blue, just say F this shit. You know what I'm saying? And risk their job, career, everything to do it. You're not gonna see that shit happen again, man. You're not gonna see it happen for a long time. And look
Yeah,
what they're
my
trying to do
thing
to
is,
him. And you know what? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because they had to make an example out of Kaepernick so they can let the next nigga know, when you care too much about your people in your community, you will become, you know, public enemy number one. You won't be able to get a fucking job. Colin Kaepernick probably can't even get a job working at McDonald's right now. Because some owner of McDonald's will be like, well, that's bad for business. He might chase away the customer. He might bring on, you know. This is how bad they want it. They want to show and make an example. Like, this is what we're gonna do to any nigga that stand up. So hell yeah, we gotta hold these people accountable for when they do shit, because it makes all of us look bad if we let them. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta look at it. It'll make all of us look bad, all the black men especially, because we supposed to be
hold
the,
up, but
the
you say something that's a little surprising. You say the next person Colin Kaepernick is gonna come along 5 years from now. You really think it's gonna take that long? You're telling me
probably
that?
longer, probably longer,
I mean, we
because
really hold on. We
look at
gotta
the
use.
example that they're putting on him right now, the stain. It's gonna make every other nigga out there think like, damn, I won't be able to get a job. How am I gonna feed my family? How am I gonna make it if I do the same shit this nigga did? I'm
Mhm,
telling you,
mhm.
it's gonna be a while before another nigga take a big stance like he did on that stage, like he did, and risk it all like he did. And that's real shit. And if anybody want to put a place a bet, we can do it right now. $100. You will not see another Colin Kaepernick nigga for the next 5 years.
It's $100.
$100. And I ain't asking for too much.
That's crazy. I mean,
Real
let me
talk.
see who else. I mean, it gotta be what other athlete is
Nobody.
don't tolerate fuck shit. Damn.
Listen, we ain't talking about the ones that would speak and say something. We talking about the ones that actually risk their job. Colin Kaepernick risked his job, making millions, a Nike contract. Nobody's gonna do that. You're not gonna see no Tiger Woods or a
But
Kobe Bryant
you know what's
do that.
crazy though. But you know what's crazy?
What?
If LeBron James did something like that,
Oh, he'd
They
be the
really
same boat as Kaepernick.
no,
He would
no,
be.
no,
They would
no,
strip
no,
that
no, no, no,
nigga.
no, no,
Listen,
no,
I'm gonna tell you
no, no,
right
no,
now. I'm
no,
gonna
no,
tell you
no,
right
no,
now.
no, no,
They
no,
would.
no. You know why Muhammad Ali was so special? The fact that he was dope. We're gonna get back to him being dope. He was dope.
Yeah,
He was willing to risk everything, but he was dope. He was the fucking best. He was
it's like
irreplaceable.
it was like
What Beyonce said, he was
it
irreplaceable.
was. Put it
He
this
was
way: what
irreplaceable,
Muhammad Ali
dog.
did was
You
like
couldn't go out to the street. You couldn't denounce what he was saying and say, well,
he
you know
couldn't.
what? I'm gonna go out on the streets and find another LeBron or Muhammad Ali or
But
Cassius Clay.
seriously,
Cassius Clay. No,
if
you're not about to go
LeBron
out on the streets and
James,
find another Cassius Clay. You're not about to go out on the streets and find another LeBron James. You're not. All that
LeBron
money
James,
invested, all that money invested. Cause same thing
LeBron
with Muhammad.
James wouldn't risk it.
Hold on. Same thing with Muhammad Ali. Look at all that time and money invested. Still, before when he was Cassius Clay, nigga got a lot of time and money invested in him. Still, I don't know why we're acting like he wasn't at once upon a time still in the ring of circle as far as finances and who's writing his checks.
Nah, I
Still
mean he was the
okay.
best,
So when he
and
did
at
what
the
he
best at
did,
that time, he was getting the best type money. So he Muhammad Ali
but
got
look at his
paid.
impact. Look at his impact, and
His
because of what he
impact,
did, his legacy.
yeah.
I think if LeBron James, I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know. I'm hearing black people. I'm hearing black people energy coming at me. I hear that.
Listen, LeBron James is a fence nigga. He plays the fence because he knows that those white folks are still cutting his check. See, Colin Kaepernick said it's either the white folks cutting my check or my career.
So
He went
I'm a
against. He went
copyright.
against.
I'm gonna copyright something right now. Fence nigga is Unplugged Radio's term. If I ever see it, we will be copyrighting that.
Yeah.
You will be getting bust upside the heads. I don't want to see no t-shirts because we already got the t-shirts ready with the fence
Well, if you
snake.
wear a T-shirt saying "fence nigga," you must be a fence nigga.
Well, if you wearing a t-shirt, you wearing a t-shirt that got anything about fence nigga on it, we gonna be taking that. We got that already. Is what I'm saying. We already got the t-shirts made. They being made right now as we speak. So I think we're the
But
first
yeah,
ones. Let's
Kaepernick.
define. Let's define for one more time for the fans. They keep hearing us say the fence. What is a fence, nigga, my nigga John? What is a fence, nigga?
I think your phone's tripping though.
I said, we've been saying fence, nigga, a lot.
I'm gonna tell
A
you.
lot of our,
Let people
fans,
know.
a lot of
I'm gonna
our
let,
fans hear it,
I think
but
we
they
already explained it too
no, no,
on one
no.
of our first.
I want us to get because we just told them about us copywriting it. I want us to let them know what we mean when we say fence nigga or we refer to a athlete, a celebrity, a regular man, whatever, as a fence nigga.
The first nigga is the nigga that plays the safe side, and every now and again peeks his eyes on the real side of life. They'll never cross. They might stick their head out every now and again, but they rather ride the fence because they know what's comfortable. So they're not gonna go against their comfort system, whether that be the white man, whether that be a system, whether it be something. But once it goes against the realness, you're riding the fence. You're playing both sides, and that's what LeBron James do all the time. He'll say just enough to feel like he cares, but he'll not do enough to let us know he don't give a fuck. And that's a fence nigga.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fence nigga means to me is somebody that uh, knows the truth, knows the reality of especially racial situations. And what they will do is they will dance around any conversation all day before they attempt to get on the truthful side of it and really address things for what they are. The
Half the
offense
time they
nigga,
don't.
offense nigga, I'm gonna touch on that because a fence nigga usually got, a lot of fence niggas are living well because of the American system. A lot of them are totally unaware of
Yeah.
reality, and that's why they are fence niggas. You know what I mean? But a lot of them, most niggas that are fence niggas know that
Mm.
80% of fence niggas knows what time it is, and they simply do not tell the truth or tell things like it is, or side with an honest opinion, even though they feel it in all their heart and fucking soul, because they got a white man's hand in their pocket. Usually, that white man is a big business owner, a venture capitalist, an entrepreneur, a banker, whoever, somebody that is invested in that black person, that black celebrity, black regular person, black athlete, black professional. This is a fence nigga. A fence nigga knows that this person's hand is in my pocket and they got a hold of my nuts and I can't say what I really want to say. So I'm going to say some stupid shit. You know what I mean? That's way far from the truth or something close to the truth. That is a fence nigga. So let me ask you this, because me and Cuzzo, we just stated what fence niggas are for you. Let me ask you this. Are there fence niggas that perpetrate to be real niggas in the conscious community to you?
Can't hear you, man.
I say, are there fence niggas that perpetrate to be real niggas that are within the conscious community to you?
Oh, you said, are there a lot of them?
No, I said, okay. I said, are there fence niggas in the black conscious community that perpetrate as real conscious folks that care about their people?
Yeah. Shit, damn near all of them. Shit. Hell yeah. A lot of them play the fence.
Who?
And then
You can't say damn near all of them. There's only a few black conscious brothers.
Hey, I could name a lot of them.
Who?
Tariq Nasheed. He plays the fence. No, he plays the fence when
Tommy Sotomayor.
I don't even consider him.
No, because he's black and he supposedly calls himself giving the opinion of a black man.
Conscious. He's black and unaware. So I spit on his name. He's a piece of shit. F him. He's not a part of the black. He's just a black. That's a big
Hold on now. That's damn, cuz that's cold.
Hey, you should have heard some of the shit he says about black people and black women. It's colder. The bite back. I'm the bite back type. Somebody saying some shit about the black community, I'm gonna talk right back. I'm gonna speak on it. I'm gonna get at their ass. You don't get a pass with me. But yeah, I don't have no love for him. He ain't a part of the black community. But you got those, you got like the ones that the famous ones, the D-Days, the Nettas, the some of those Black Lives Matters chicks. A lot of them are fence riders, man. A lot of them, a lot of them fence niggas and niggerettes. They riding that fence.
I want to touch on Tariq Nasheed.
I
want to touch on Tariq Nasheed. Why do you?
Tariq Nasheed. Oh, because Tariq Nasheed, he always stays in that safe zone. This is a person I've interacted with myself, and he dodges a lot of questions.
What do you mean you've interacted with yourself?
Well, on social media, he has he has his page, and he talks. He interacts with the people. He can, and I've interacted with him several times, and he's a question dodger, or he just doesn't come up with the right answer. He just either won't respond or he'll block you. But a lot of the shit that he, and like I said, he's a brother that I still respect. I still got love for him because he's a good dude. He puts a lot of good information out there, but he's still a fence nigga, just like all these other niggas. Because anybody that still has to use the white man and his platform for you to put your shit out there and do something, you're not really doing nothing for the black community. You're not showing any example of creating a black, black wealth, creating black ownership.
Unplugged radio.
And, you're not creating nothing. If you got to go to the white man to get a loan to build or buy a house, you have to still own that house.
Unplugged radio. You know why me and my cousin, me and my great co-host can pop all of this shit? Because me and Jem have our own podcast. We have it on 4 different platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Steam It, and our own site. and our own website. You can go to our website right now, www.rwiconcept.ga, and you can listen to every single episode. And the other podcasts that we have that's pretty fucking cool, but they're exclusive, so you got to go to the site to get those. Okay? So I'm glad that you said that, because while you were talking, I was thinking about this. And I abruptly cut you off. Tariq Nasheed is who we were talking about. But you're right. A lot of these guys, the Zoe Williams, I love Zoe. A lot of these guys, my nigga, Corey Holcomb, I love Corey. This is not to knock any of them. Corey Holcomb and Zoe Williams especially, I have nothing negative to say. But shit, niggas got their own platform. And Corey Holcomb and Zoe Williams, though they will not get the views, and they will probably box me up upside the head like, nigga, that's why we fuck with this shit, to get the views. But I still believe in organic viewership. You and I, cuz we still believe in organic viewership, right?
I think
So
that's
we
what
have
we got right here, man.
yeah, we got our
This
own
is that
platform.
organic. You know, it doesn't have to be all polished and politically correct. This is, you know, we don't care about no consequences or what's going on. Nah, because this is our shit. We say what we want to say, and we're going to keep it real. Everybody else got to take a step to the left.
But talk about that. A lot of these guys, you're right. Even if they're real to me, a lot of them still deal with white Americans. Now, once again,
They depend on white Americans.
once again, I have affiliates, people that I rhyme with, that are Caucasian Americans. You know what I mean? I have people that I ride with that are, but we seem to always want to seem to feel like it is necessary for us to be universal and affect the most people possible.
We
That we have to
always
team
wanna
up to that we have to team up together.
We always want to appease white folks. Because
Exactly.
a lot of us are sold on an image that white is right. White will get you in.
I mean, but
everybody feels like
even besides that, I think we have this mentality like we feel like we gotta be next. We gotta like be next to the motherfuckers in order to be making money. But I will say something like this: my nigga Dutch, he's a white boy. He hits me up. Not because he thinks I'm where the money is at, but our relationship, we're real people. And this is how we you know what I mean, this is how, to me, I know I'm a real black man. I've never had a fake none for Dutch. Dutch knows exactly how the fuck I feel is black fists up. But I fucks with him because he fucks with me, and he don't emanate that stupid shit that a lot of stupid white people emanate. You know what I mean? So I say that to say, we seem like we always have to link up with them in a sense to get money, or do work with them in a sense to get money. But
see, why
it says
can't
a
we
powerful
feel that way
thing
about each other?
It says a
You know
powerful
what I'm
thing.
saying?
It says a powerful thing when they come towards you, and you don't gotta fuck with it, but you're successful anyway. You're successful anyway. So about Tariq Nasheed and Zoe Williams and Corey Holcomb, your platform and the people that you guys are working with, if you really want to be black fists up and all of this shit, your platform and all of that shit still has a lot to do with you fucking with white folks.
They're
If you
still
want to say,
sucking on the tit.
you know what I mean?
They're still
Now,
sucking on the tit of the white man.
Now, a white person might be saying, well, Geechee, man, why the fuck is you? What's wrong with that? The black struggle is in so much dire, that's a crazy, all the negative words that you could put. The business relationships that we have with each other, the communal relationships that we have with each other, just a black man, everything is dying within our community.
But you know what?
The first place that you have to start, the first place that, I'm sorry, I'm going to let you go in. The first place that we have to start is with each other first. The first place that we have to start is with each other first. So if I have a white friend, my white friend should be able to understand why the fuck I'm so serious. Why the fuck I'm so serious about my people.
I'm about to hit him with a bombshell, because this is what all white people, listeners and all, need to listen to understand this. Nobody bats an eye when 2 Jewish people or 10 Jewish people come together and say, we're going to make something and do something just for Jewish people.
Oh, let
Nobody
seven,
bats
let
an
let
eye.
7, 8, or 9, let 7, 8, or 9 black men come together. It'll be on the fucking CNN news. It's an
Exactly.
event.
But listen though.
What are they trying to do?
Nobody says anything when a bunch of gay people come together and say, "Hey, we're gonna start something just for gay people," and everybody's like, "Oh, we applaud you," or transgender people. When everybody else comes up with something that's just specifically for their own race or their own gender or their own whatever, nobody does, and people actually support it. But now let black people say, let's black people come together just for black people, and watch everybody lose their fucking mind. Everybody will find every excuse. Oh no, well, that's not a good idea because black people need to be controlled, and we're out of control, and with this and with that. It's like, damn, all we're talking about is getting together. What do y'all? It's like, what the fuck do y'all think? We getting together to kill each other? I mean, if black people getting together to each other, why the hell is that so damn scary? Why? It's like y'all trying to put two magnets and trying to make it touch, and it just won't touch. You just no matter what you do.
So
directly in front of each other.
So I want you to touch on that. Do you think like guys like Tariq Nasheed, Omar Johnson, Corey Holcomb? So I mean, do you think they could just do? Do you think a black person could just keep it real, do his own thing like we're doing, make it organic and be successful? And this is probably business talk. This is business. Nope. So you're telling me we can't be
not successful. If they want to have a real platform and a real name, because they're gonna leech off of those that already have it. You know what I'm saying? If they try to do it on their own, they're gonna be so scared that they're gonna fail that they're not even gonna do it. So they're gonna stick to what everybody else does. They're gonna just run the leech off of those that got it, and hopefully they get their shine off of that.
As a result, has it ever been done?
No.
I'm glad you thought of it. You really thought about that. You took some time to think about that.
Yeah, because it's like everything that black people try to do for ourselves got infiltrated. I mean, look, even hip hop. Hip hop now, all the awards. Not that we care about the awards, but all the accolades now going to white rappers or white singers. Like everybody's, these people are dope. Like, come on now. The last thing black people had was hip hop, because they done took everything from us. But the last thing we had was our soul music, and that got and once they take that, what else they got? You know what I'm saying? They took that, they appropriated it, and now they're taking credit for it. I saw a little thing the other day where they're praising white women for having braids, like. It's a new trend, the braids, I'm like, really? Black women been wearing braids before the stars started to friggin' align themselves. But now when white women do it, it's now, it's a new thing. It's a trend, and it's so beautiful. They look so beautiful.
I saw that.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Hold on.
Let's
hold on. Let's be fair to the other culture. I saw that, but that's really to have a shock value. A lot of white people don't really do the braids and shit. They do their hair how they do it. They really don't do the. I think we got to stop.
No, we're talking about the younger crowd now that's coming up. We ain't talking about the white people our age. The white guy should have some damn sense.
Well, cuz the only thing I'm gonna say to that is this: I know what you mean, but I'm sorry. Listen, we're not going to give attention to fuck shit that I could already overstand, and I know you will if you just let me, walk with you. You know what I mean? That right there was to get shock value. Most white people that I've seen, I've probably seen a white person have braids in my whole life 5 or 6 times. Now, you could be from New York, and you might see it a lot more. I've seen white people have dreads a lot more. Listen.
5 or 6 times too many.
Well, listen. I've seen a white person have dreadlocks way more than 5 or 6 times. I've never taken those things that I've seen to be like, man, they trying to be like us in per se. It might have been funny, it might have been humorous, but check this: we cannot go that direction When we do, how many black women do you know have wearing their hair that wasn't natural hair, that was naturally they shit? Come on. That's what I mean. Like, we got to keep it all the way black. So we got to let's keep that shit out. Well, let's talk about because me and you, I got a feeling like me and you about to put the gloves on that topic right there, and we're gonna address it in more episodes. But I want to stick to, because we initially started talking about the black conscious community, and I want to stick to that. And you know what? At the end of the show, we could go a little left if you want to, because I'm gonna let you go in, because I know you want to go in. All right, but we talked about the black community. Tariq Nasheed. Last episode, you and I, we talked about what? The subtlety of racism. How the shit that they was doing, right, on the CNN was big as hell. But majority of racism was what? It was subtle. So I want you to talk to us about, just like we addressed Tariq Nasheed, a couple of people that I like, black guys that I like. Tariq Nasheed is cool with me. I know what you mean as far as Facebook. They a whole nother person outside of that. But let's talk about how come they don't realize that they're still on a white platform bigging up a black show. How does that not how does that not register to them? Can you hear
I
me?
think they know. I think they know. I don't think they. Like I said, they can't. None of these people are stupid. They know what they're doing. They know they need that platform in order to reach a bigger crowd. Without it, they wouldn't be able to reach as much people, and they would pretty much would be less effective. I guess in a way, it's smart. Use the enemies, whatever against them, which is a
But you're
war
not
tactic.
if you're giving them money. Shit.
But see, they don't. Like I said, black people don't want to invest all the way into black people. We invested enough just to see what will happen, and if nothing happens, then we don't fuck with it no more. But we never put it all in and go for broke and risk it all. We don't do that with our own. We risk it all with white companies, and then when we lose, you know, oh well, same shit, different day. So we don't put our all into invest because you got all these rich celebrities out there. None of them are putting all their money into black people, and none of them are risking it all for us, for the children, for the nobody's doing that. Nobody's taking that risk. Everybody's just full of fear. That's all this shit is, man. Everybody's a little fucking scared. We scared of everything. Scared of our own shadow. We're scared to change. We're scared to live uncomfortable. We're scared to live in a real world where we don't gotta fucking deal with, when we gotta really face the fire. Everybody's so scared.
Talking about that scared of living uncomfortable.
So fear. So we breathe in fear. We eat fear. We drink fear. We shit fear. Everything we do is based around fear. Fear keeps you in one place mentally, and that's what the entire fucking globe is pretty much suffocating off of fear. And the ones that don't have fear, like me, you, and some other real motherfuckers are still left out there. We don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Do you
If they
think?
go down
Do you
today,
think?
I'm ready.
Do you think it takes the type of person to be like, yo, I don't give a fuck? Because really, when if
You gotta go. You gotta go through this hell first to realize that you gotta stop giving a fuck. Because if you're still giving a fuck about life, you haven't lived life yet. I hate to say it in such a negative term, but life isn't as pretty as everybody paint the picture out to be.
Old dirty bastard.
I just had to watch my mama die.
Big pun.
What's so fucking beautiful about life right now? It's just a real situation we live in, and we just gotta try to survive until we die. Reality sucks. Nobody want to hear the truth, but you're gonna hear it from me. Life is as beautiful as you want to make it, but outside that beauty, you still got to deal with the rest of the hell that's surrounded it. Either way, you can't escape that shit. We're too far gone to the point where we can return. We should have did some shit about all these evildoers a long fucking time. We should have eradicated all these motherfuckers a long time ago. But some niceness in our hearts made us let these motherfuckers live on, and now look where the fuck we at. It's good to put out a fucking, a spark or a little flame. Because it's easier to put out that flame than you deal with a friggin' blaze that's going to wipe your ass out. And that's where we at right now. We're dealing with the blaze of the fire. When we could have put it out a long time ago. But we couldn't put it out because guess what? We're too pumped with fear. We're pumped with fear. We're taught to fear. They make institutes that teach you how to be scared, how to obey, how to not break the law, not think outside the box. Everybody thinks on a legal and an illegal mindset. Oh, I don't want to do this because it's illegal. Is it illegal to do that? Since when everything is legal and illegal? Everybody took the right and wrong away and just put legal and illegal and replaced it with legal and illegal. It's illegal to beat your child. Huh? Oh, it's illegal to cuss. Oh, it's illegal to say no to a police officer. Because he's authority, and that's legal. Legal made people stupid. It teaches you how to be scared, pump with fear, and when people stop being so damn scared and start being little bitches, then we're going to really see some real shit go down. Other than that, we still going to get bullied by the system. We can get punked, killed, murdered, whatever, because we're too damn scared to do something.
Yo, cousin, I don't know what the fuck you smoking, but I want some of that shit, because you right on the money.
Smoking the truth.
You right on the money.
High all the time.
I can't disagree. I can't disagree with none you just said. You know what I mean? I sometimes, you know what it is, man?
Pumped with fear, man. I hate that shit. It's like, it's like we're at the point now where we shouldn't even be scared because we know what's going to happen. If you know what's going to happen, it just wipe away 95% of your fear because fear is based off of what you don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. But now that you know what's going to happen, that should wipe out the fear. You know if you fucking do something,
you know how to get
around your last day.
But see, that's how
or you
work.
Can do something about it.
It's simple. It's simple mentality. If you know how something works, you know how to get around it. If you know if you pull this string, something will drop on you, then you know that you ain't gonna pull the string, and you're gonna try to get to the corner of that wall that you can still squeeze through, because when you squeeze through there, don't nothing drop on you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's simple. It's simple mechanics. We still, I feel, as black people, operate from the mind of slavery, and I feel that white people, as chance, they operate from the mind of slave owners. You know what I mean? They have that mentality because we act like you said, we're scared. And when you move scared, the people see fear. People aren't stupid people. If you're a black man acting fearful, a white man is going to see that and start acting masterful.
And look, and this is how we know. This is how I know people are so pumped with fear. You put any human being next to, let's say, a lion or a tiger or some shit. A lion or a tiger will fuck that man up. No matter if that man could be the baddest man in the world. Certain animals don't have fear. They are ready for whatever, whenever it goes down. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we are taught to fear. We're taught to fear things that don't have fear. Is it the irony in that shit is so fucking, I don't know, ain't that a bitch? We must fear things and those, whatever, that don't have fear. But yet, if we don't have fear, then, if we realize it, to me, fear is a what do they call it? To me, I call it it's a mental disability. You're mentally disabled if you're pumped with fear. You're because you're crippled. You're mentally crippled. They have some people that are so filled with fear that they don't even leave their house. They have phobias. They don't want to go outside. If they see more than 3 people, they start to have an anxiety attack. or they just scared. They just scared to catch germs, or people are so full with fear that they actually create phobias in the mind to make you think that you could really die if something happens. And every time you turn on a TV, radio, open a magazine, they pump this death and they pump this hell shit. That's why religion and all that plays a part in helping us become fearful. There's no heaven. Anyway, listen, let me tell you right now. Grow the fuck up. There ain't no heaven or no hell. When you die, there ain't no nigga in no red fucking tight suit with horns and a pitchfork sitting on some boiling hot water ready to cook your ass. And there ain't no freaking angels in the sky flying around with feathers and shit walking on clouds. That is some fictional shit. Grow the hell up, wake the hell up, and realize that you come from the universe, and when you die, that's where the fuck you'll go right back to. Grow up. Stop being so fearful, because once you open your mind and you become free, freedom has no fear. Fear can't live in a free house.
Do you think that's what
fear? Huh?
Do you think that's what a lot of these black consciousness brothers should be teaching? Because a lot of them teach some other shit that really don't got shit to do with us coming up, and it's all knowledge. But sometimes you take shit in that you don't quite need.
They need to teach us not to be so damn scared. Because remember, a true warrior there's no fear, knows no fear. And that's, if we're calling ourselves black warriors and kings don't know no fear. You can't show no fear. It's a sign of weakness. And if we're not cut from weak cloth, then why the fuck are we acting weak? If you're a man and you have children and you are a provider, you should never let another man treat you like a less of a man just because he's authority, or just because he's a political figure, or because he's your fucking boss. Because he got children to feed and you got children to feed. And it seems like if you're doing the same thing, that makes y'all equal. So if I'm going to respect you, you respect me. Once you disrespect me, it's going to go right back to you. But we move with so much fear, we let people belittle us. We let people treat us like shit. We let people pay us garbage money and tell us fuck off if you don't like it. We let people just do whatever they want to us, because they know we're fearful. Oh, they're scared of losing the job, so guess what? They ain't gonna say shit. How many times have your boss talked to you like shit and you wanted to say something back, but you knew if you did, you ain't gonna get that check? And guess what? You won't want to be you can't go home and tell the wife that you can't come up with the rent. So you take that shit because fear tells you that if you do it, you can lose a lot more than just money.
Mm. But there's people a fear factor. No, but there's a fear factor though. It's fair because there's a fear factor. Niggas are scared to run up and take what they want because there is a justice system that will physically, most definitely come at you. So what does it all boil down to? Cuz what you're telling me is niggas are scared to die because inevitably.
And I'm gonna tell you this: even though all you gangsters and gangbangers out there, y'all are the most fearful of them all. The ones that are. Let me tell you something. If you ain't scared to kill your own brothers and sisters, but you scared to death of the fucking police, you're the most fearful punk there is. Mm. Because how could you take the life of your own, but yet when the white man steps to you, it's yes sir, no sir, yes officer, yeah, please put these cuffs on me, I'll sit down like a good boy. Fuck out of here. If you see the cops, you should be blazing them bitches too. If you're going to be all the way not scared, dog, whatever the fuck, stupid shit, you better be all the way. But don't get all punked up when you see a white man in a uniform run up on you. Don't become a little bitch then. Because if you was a real gangster or you real whatever, then they ain't taking you alive. They ain't supposed to. No prisoners. It seems like fear keeps y'all from being so fucking tough that y'all end up locked up in a box. And I ain't knocking nobody that's locked up or
But
on their
hold on,
way.
hold on, hold on. Are we saying
But
this?
I'm gonna
Are
keep
we
it
saying
real
this?
because a
Hold
lot
on.
of niggas need
Yeah,
to
keep it
start
real.
waking the fuck up.
Hold on, cuz, because we're doing something dangerous right now. But I want you to reiterate, so I'm gonna bring it right back to you.
I
Are
bring
we
it back.
telling Are we telling people that because you don't have fear now, to just do whatever the fuck you got to do? What are we telling them?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna
Because these are
exactly what I'm
people,
gonna tell
these
you.
are people, these are parents, these are black brothers,
Listen,
white folk. You
let
know
me
what I
tell
mean?
you
We telling
something.
all people
I'm
about the
telling all
system,
people.
right?
Listen,
Okay.
I'm gonna tell all people because you got to look at it. Look at the events that's going on right now. These white supremacists doing stupid shit. Trump, Everybody is displaying their whatever their stance. Everybody's taking their stance on what they believe in. People are acting not out of fear though, but they're acting out of their own will. The ones that are fearful are the ones that are being affected by it. Once the people stop being fearful and stop being affected by it, those fucked up people that are doing this shit now ain't gonna be able to do. They have no space to do what they want to do. I'm trying to get people to realize that the majority rules. But once we're feared, or once we're full of fear, we're divided. That's not saying become Rambo, get your biggest knife and biggest gun, and go fuck up your boss in the morning. No, I'm telling you, stop living in fear. Don't think that the job you have now is the only job you'll ever have, or the school that you're going to now is the only school you'll ever. Don't think because if I do something, I can lose this. You'll never get it back. I've lost so many things that I've gotten back, and I've gotten
God,
back so
oh
many
my
things that I've
God,
lost.
preach, preach,
You know what
material
I'm saying?
shit.
So
How many
you know,
cars have you
the
had? And
universe,
I'm
the
talking about
universe work. Yeah,
any
the universe
person.
works where you get back shit that you lose.
Talk
But
about
once
that
you live
though.
in fear, it makes you think you'll never get it back.
Talk about that. How many
That's why
cars
you
have
got
you
some
had?
men over here killing themselves because they break up with their girl and vice versa because they think they'll never get them back. When in reality, the next girl is already waiting at your door. You just ain't looking.
I want
Yeah.
people to use their imagination and rewind. Use your
You know
imagination
what I'm
and rewind.
saying?
How many cars have you had? How many
Yeah.
apartments? How many apartments have
How
you
many?
owned?
Yeah. And how many
How
times
many?
when you got to the apartment, you was like, "Yo, I'm never moving. This shit is dope. I love this." And then you end up losing it, and then you get it back and better. You know how many times? But fear makes you think you're never gonna get certain shit back. So people hold on to it for dear life. Whether it be their little job, their little position, they might have got hired or promoted, and they're like, fuck that, I'm never gonna. It's crazy. I've heard some sisters talk about like, oh, I would never do this because I'm not gonna lose my job, and it's like, where do you work at? Like, do you work at the banker? Where do you work at where you feel like, are they paying you six figures? So just because you don't want to deal with social issues or issues that, oh, I'm not going to speak on certain things, I don't want to lose my job. Huh? Where the fuck do you work?
But how many? But you see what I'm saying? So here's where it goes back to, cuz what we're talking about, to me, it seems like, going back. Black
Fear.
consciousness, yeah, put all of that in perspective. To put all of that into perspective, talk about black consciousness and a lot of these guys kind of faking and perpetrating in the community. And when they really look around themselves, they're not really as dedicated as they would think that they are. But we're also talking about, you know, the understanding, the control of bravery. Meaning that no, we're not inviting you guys to do whatever the fuck you want in this country because you will get arrested and those are reckless. That's reckless fear. I mean that's reckless bravery. What we need as a
You need
community,
is wise bravery.
we need a
You
focus bravery.
need, yes, you
You
need
know,
something with a foundation. You need something with a game plan.
where you could identify, where
And
you
the
could
perfect example of that bravery was the Black Panthers, the Black Panther Party when they first came. The real Black Panther
yeah,
Party.
yeah.
You know, they
I was
had
watching I was
they
watching
had a wise bravery. They were brave men, but they moved focused.
I'm gonna say that I gotta get this in. I was watching Henry Louis Gates. I was watching a documentary on GPB, and he was
Uh-huh.
on both channels simultaneously. And I was like, wow, this is kind of dope. He had one channel he was showing like African, kingdoms, ancient African kingdoms, and then on the other
Uh-huh.
channel he had a show called from Martin Luther King, from now till then or something like that. You got to look it up, Google it. I'm totally wrong,
Uh-huh.
but the whole nature of that particular show was about how far we've come from the Dr. Martin Luther King era, and it's still as he was going about throughout from 1950s until now. He identified one of the main, revolutionaries of this was the Black Panthers, and how they were really the first to be like, you know what, fuck the fear shit. Like, we're gonna take
Yeah.
our motherfucking people back because
Uh-huh.
y'all know y'all ain't depending on shit. So let's take our people back and bring them some
Yeah,
shit
because they
to
knew
believe in.
the key for any black community to stay successful and stay above is for us to come together. And we can't let nobody fuck with us, not even the cops. And that's what that's the mentality. Not even the cops. Certain people would say, "Well, nobody mess with us." But the cops, they could do this because they're cops. But everybody else is fuck that. The cops can't do nothing to us. If the cops trying to do us harm, they're gonna get dealt with just like any other regular nigga that try to do us harm or any
Exactly.
whatever.
Because
That's the mentality they had.
but I think they also understood the fear factor. They knew that, okay, look, the police could come in and do what the fuck they do, but listen, this is our fucking town. We pay taxes just like all these other folks here, and that yet they insist on harassing us
And you
only,
knew what?
mostly. So
They
what we're
knew.
gonna do is because we
Yeah,
know how to law. If people want to come, if people want to patrol and police their own town, guess what? You could do that shit. It's not against the law. You could do that shit. And they did it with such a style. People thought they were breaking all the rules. But let me tell you this: Black Panther party survived for quite a few years, and it's funny
yeah, they
because
had. Yeah,
they've never been really fucked with like that. You know why? Because they were doing fear combined with knowledge. It's called controlled bravery. I'm sorry, bravery combined with knowledge. It's called control bravery, which means that you don't just go out and attack. It was a Black Panther. And one of the things that Henry Louis Gates said in particular about the Black Panther animal, the Black Panther, was that it usually is peaceful. It's cool. It don't fuck with nobody. It's chilling. It's not the type of cat or animal to attack you. Usually it's, very cautious and it'll go about its way. But if provoked, but if provoked, we
I
gonna
shit will
bust you
tear you
upside your
up.
head. You gonna wish you like you never lived. And so we need to start moving as black. Look, we need to get all the knowledge we can. Knowledge requires peace. Knowledge is Gaining knowledge is peaceful. But to spit out knowledge can be very dangerous. So what we
And
need to
using
do is
that knowledge is
yeah,
it.
exactly, using that knowledge is very similar to the ideology of the Black Panther and the way it moves. So we have to get a knowledge combined with bravery. It cannot be sporadic. Oh, nigga, we gonna rob this bank. We ain't gonna know what the fuck to do afterwards. You run here, I run there. I get the hotel, you dip out and stay. All this crazy shit for an amount that probably ain't gonna last you a lifetime. That's reckless bravery. How about though? I get 10 niggas and we all study C++, Java programming, Python computer language. We all get together. We all been to high school. We all graduated. We all pretty smart. We know how to add, multiply, know about history, we know how to read. All of us get together and we decide we want to build our own IT company. Now that's where you have knowledge combined with bravery, because that's stepping out of your skin. You see, that type of shit requires mental energy and physical energy. Talk about that, cuz I want you to talk about that. Bravery sometimes is simple shit that niggas need to do on a daily basis, but there's laziness, there's a lack of focus, there's a lack of, you know what, I could do that shit tomorrow. There's a lack of, you know what, that shit ain't
It's,
important. Talk about that
it's
type of
too
bravery
much.
where you be like, you shake that shit off and you overcome that. Because to me, that's bravery too.
Yeah, all that. Um, I mean, it's like, I just think people really need to, step outside the shell, man. Step outside that fear, that shell of fear that we've been, been placed in. From birth we're placed in it, but as we get older, we just turn it into some type of cocoon. You know what I'm saying? And we grow up to be these little fearful human beings that, you live, you work, you pay bills, you come home, you replay the same Groundhog Day episode every day till you die. That's how I look at this shit. And I'm not going to live life like that. I refuse to let fear control my next step. Because that's what fear does. It keeps you from taking that next leap. And if you do that, you're not going to grow, man. So anybody listening out there, man, step outside that shell of fear that you've been put in. Because, like I said, from birth we're put in it. So we can't blame you completely 100%. Can't blame all people because we were put in it. But the ones that are grown enough to know need to apply this method. Stop being so fearful. When the phone rings, stop thinking, oh, the bill collector, or every time the mail comes, you're scared to open up the mail because you know it's a bill. When you live life like that, man, you are cutting yourself short of life. When that phone ring, don't even answer it, and don't even have a thought to say, don't even give a fuck. Change your number. Take yourself away from those things. Step outside. Be your own God. Be your own ruler. Because the same people that you think rule over you could one day be buried right next to you. So all of that means nothing. Live your life. Hug your kids more. Protect your kids with your life. Don't let people disrespect you or your family or anybody you care about. And if you're doing something that's right, if you're fighting for the truth is worth killing for, it's worth dying for, it's worth fighting for. You'll never be wrong in the eyes of the universe. You'll never be wrong if you're going out for the right cause.
Let me ask you this, because once again, I don't know what you smoking or what you sipping on, but you on point tonight. I want to ask you this: do you think we from different places, black folks, Indian folks, white folks? Or do you think we just all here on we all kind of here from this planet? This is, there's no doubt about it.
I don't think nobody's from this planet. I think this is a passage because there's so many layers to this existence thing that we're only in the beginning. Where we came from, I can't say, but it's not from here. This is just a passageway. Life. I was actually having a deep conversation with a female friend of mine about life, and a lot of things popped up in my head as we were talking, and it started to click. Like, this world that we live in isn't the reality. And you know what I was saying? I was like, lately, I've been having dreams. I don't even call them dreams anymore. Dreams is more of a watered down term to really take the reality of what happens when you transform from conscious to subconscious. So when we go into that realm where our spirit is in control, because the physical body needs to rest, but the mental and the spiritual is without sleep. That's the real world to me. When we step outside of this shell, this body, because this body was built on fear, it was built on everything that wasn't real. But when we step outside of that everything is real. And you know why I noticed this? It clicked to me when I had a dream. And everything in the dream to me made sense.
Talk about it.
And I'm talking from the smallest aspect to the biggest. And you know what I said to myself? I'm like, what the fuck am I doing in this real world when everything in my dream makes sense? Nobody is, I'm not, no one is in control of me. I'm in complete control of I mean everything when I'm in my dream state. And I said to myself, this world that we live in, that we wake up to the dream. We go to sleep to the reality. And it hit me like a bombshell. I'm like, you know what? We are being so, it's such a mind fuck that when you realize it, you yourself won't even be able to deal with it. And I'm having a hard time these days dealing with this known fact that I've came to for me as myself. That this reality world that we live in is just, it's the dream. This is the dream. And when this physical body dies, we will wake up. And then that's a whole nother life we got to deal with. And that's all I'm going to say about that shit.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, shit. I would definitely agree, man. This life is complex.
Nothing about this life is real. It's all carbon copy. This life here is emulating our spiritual life. That's why it's not perfect. But you notice in your spiritual life and in your spiritual form, you are complete. You're whole. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how I know this? Because no matter how many times what, I'm 30 something. I've never once looked or felt old in my dream. I still feel like I'm 20 years old. And here I am close to 40. But in my dream, I'm complete. I'm without age. I'm without time. I'm without stress. I'm without knowing this bullshit. So nothing affects me. And I know this. And being that I know this, I feel like it puts me ahead of a lot of people that don't know what's really going on. And I realized that, what I'm saying, even by just the loss of my mother, I realized that, this life here isn't real. Because when I go to sleep, I still see my mother. I can still touch her. I can still talk to her. So my reality doesn't lie here. It's somewhere else. And once again, that's all I'm going to say about that.
Oh shit, man. This is definitely it's been interesting. This is one of our, regular conversations. Like I said, we just have and we kick it, we just talk, and there's a lot of brothers in the conscious community I respect. And I always say, man, before we could go anywhere, let's do some here. You know what I mean? And that takes a bravery. That takes not faking the funk. You can't rob your people. You can't, you got to do shit right. It takes a certain commitment to yourself and your people to wake up every day knowing that you're going to conquer the world, but with your people in mind. That's a whole different goal from somebody who just has a selfish means, in mind. Well, I'm gonna just do for me. I'm gonna get a big house, and that's cool. But I think certain people, good people, their goal takes longer because they have so many things in mind that they will do once they get to that, and you will, and you can get to that. So I encourage people to be brave, be knowledgeable of the fear, know the fear factor, and be brave because these are people's lives that you have in your hand. Because like Kaz said, this is a dream. So in this dream world, you have a few seconds to change shit. You know what I mean? And I encourage everyone to do that. Man, cuz I want to thank you for this conversation as usual. You know, we just keep getting deeper and deeper. When I told you about that, do you think everyone is from here? You kind of know where I was trying to get to, but we gonna have that conversation soon enough. We really, really gonna get serious about that conversation soon enough. We've mentioned it a few times. We've talked about it, but people will get that conversation soon enough. They're gonna
Well,
see
like I said
how
earlier,
deep the
man,
rabbit how deep the rabbit hole gets. They'll see.
this is just a passageway, man. This is a hallway leading down to something else. This is don't ever think this is just it, and it starts here, ends here. Life don't work that way. Life never worked that way. And if you pay attention to nature, you can learn so much about life. And I've learned the more I paid attention to nature, like just the plants and how they grow and the littlest shit, it tells you how much, it tells you so much about life. And it tells you so much about who we are and where we're going. You know what I'm saying? Life transforms. You know what I'm saying? That's why things that die grow again. You know, you eat a watermelon, you spit the seeds out. You spit the seeds out, guess what? A couple months later, you might have some watermelon. That's how life is. Don't ever think death is just it.
Yeah.
Don't ever think that. That's what you were taught to think. Once you start unlearning the shit that people taught you to think and you start thinking for yourself and processing things for yourself, you start finding answers to things that you've never, ever could find from another person. But yeah, we're gonna get deep with this shit later on, maybe towards the end of the year when you know we get a bigger audience. But I don't think half of y'all is really ready for the shit
How deep the rabbit hole gets.
that we really got built inside. Like that guy's just sitting on our chest, ready to just explode. There's so much.
Cuz I
I
want
got
to
so much
thank you again,
information
man.
just sitting here.
I want to thank you again, man. This is it's been Unplugged Radio as usual. This ain't even an Unplugged Radio episode. Me and Cuzzo just wanted to chop it up, but we might as well throw the signature onto that. It's Unplugged Radio as always. It's how we
All
do.
day.
This your boy Geechee Dan. This my Cuzzo.
Yes, sir. Boy, Jim, all day. You know what I'm saying? Keep your mind open, man. And just do you, man. Straight up.
With
Kick
that
that fear
said,
shit to the curb.
with that said, we out. Peace.
Peace.